All right, y'all. So I'm back with another video. Today we're going to be talking about fights I'm the most worried about in 2024. Fights this upcoming year that just got me worried. But before I get into that, I want to talk about where I've been. I haven't made a video in about a week. I was on work travel, contrary to popular belief. I am not a loser. I do have a job, okay? I have a full-time job. I was on work travel. And during work travel, I went off and we went to Mount Rainier. And I just got to say, next time somebody tells you take a hike, you should probably do it, okay? Look at this. Some of y'all been commenting. This is Mount Rainier National Park, okay? Highly recommend it. Some of y'all, you think you got all these issues. You think your life is worthless. You think nothing's going to happen in life. You think the only way you can get through life is getting on YouTube, leaving a bad comment, getting on Facebook, leaving a bad comment. Some of you just need to go outside, man. I hate to break it to you. You need to just go outside. Some of y'all have not ever frolicked in a meadow, and it's really showing in the way that y'all comment. Somebody called Francis Ngannou in my last video. They said he's an overrated ditch digger. Bro, you need to go look at some flowers right now, okay? Life is bigger than these little phone portals that we're always stuck on. I just wanted to remind y'all of that. It's beautiful out there. Go see some mountains. Go see some blue skies, some green forests, and then get back in, like and subscribe. All right, so let's get back into the video. Fights I'm most worried about 2024. Let's start big, dude. This fight, no matter what happens at the end of this fight, it's bad. Do y'all understand this? Y'all understand, no matter what happens about, if Jon Jones beats Stipe, if Stipe beats Jon Jones, both are a lose-lose for us fans. All right? Could you imagine if Jon Jones, he beats Stipe, who cares what he does? Huh? He treats him like a bottle of pills and he grabs him. He treats him like a bottle of alcohol and he dumps him upside down. Who knows? However he beats Stipe Miocic. Imagine if he gets the belt and he says, hey, I don't have to prove anything else to anybody. I've had a great career. I'm retiring right now. Dude, you know how bad that's going to piss off everybody? Even if Stipe were to win and he were to say, oh, hi, oh, right? And he just retires. That's going to piss everybody off. Here's the thing. Even if Jon Jones wins and he says, Tom Aspinall, get up here and face off with me. You're next. You think they're fighting in 3 months from now? You think they're fighting 4 months from now? You think they're fighting 6 months from now? If Jon Jones and Tom Aspinall actually, get this thing figured out? Dude, no. They're not fighting next spring. Bro, they're fighting a year from now max. Can y'all believe November 11th, 2023 was when this fight was supposed to happen? That was a year ago. The new fight isn't even announced. Dude, the new fight isn't even announced. November's coming. I don't know if Dana knows that November's on the way. The leaves are turning yellow. They're flying in the street. I see some people. I see the neighbors blowing the leaves out, raking. Dude, it's going to be snowing. People are going to be shoveling snow by the time Jon Jones and Stipe fight. By the time Jon Jones and Tom Aspinall fight, I might have a child in kindergarten. So I'm just saying, this fight worries me. It makes me really worried. I feel like no matter what happens, Jon Jones has the ability to freeze a division like Frozone. And he can freeze the heavyweight division for another year if he wins. If he loses, Stipe can freeze it. I mean, Stipe, I feel like it's not his fault. He's just old. He's going to be like, I would like to fight Tom, but, I had some injuries I can figure out. Fighting. All right, so next fight that worries me. Dude, I think everyone who's a fan of Max Holloway, a lot of fans of Max Holloway, and we're all pretty confident that he can figure out Topuria. I know I feel like he can do something that Volk can't. But at the same time, I feel like Topuria, for Topuria to knock out Alex Volkanovski in 2 rounds, have the run that he's had, you got to be a little bit scared. And if Max Holloway goes in this fight with all the momentum that he had from knocking out Justin Gaethje at UFC 300, and he gets knocked out, guys, if he gets knocked out, the next, y'all gonna hear me talking about BetterHelp is the sponsor of this video. Because we're all gonna need therapy, bro. We've seen Max Holloway lose 3 title shots to Volkanovski. If he goes out there and he loses to Topuria and he doesn't get his belt back, because some of y'all don't remember, Max had the belt. Anthony Pettis for the interim belt. Then he beat Jose Aldo for the unified belt. Then he defended it against Jose Aldo. Then he defended it twice again. You know how many times he defended that belt? 4 times. 4 times more than Conor McGregor. Actually, 3 times. 3 times more than Conor McGregor. But man, this would just be the worst. I feel like his resume would still stand as one of the greatest featherweights of all time. But I would hate to see him get just flatlined. Or even to just lose by a decision. It would just be heartbreaking. Next fight I'm really worried about, and I made a video about this, Ngannou versus Ferreira. I know this isn't UFC, but nah, let me not even do that. You have seen Francis Ngannou in my heart. Wow. Quit, dude. Dude, like people come in my comments and they're like, you got a boxing stat wrong. You need to quit YouTube. Bro, you need to take a hike. You need to look at some mountains, bro. Anyways, if Francis Ngannou loses this fight, he will be 0-3 since he left the UFC. Sure, he made a lot of money losing 3 times. But this guy, you remember, this guy used to be unstoppable. I've been watching his film this week, preparing for another video. He used to be absolutely unstoppable. He knocked out Stipe cold, knocked out Overeem cold, knocked out Curtis Blades cold twice. He beat Curtis Blades twice, okay? Knocked out Rosenstrike cold. This dude was an absolute monster. And so also, I mean, you think about the stakes outside of that are built into this fight. This guy, Renan Ferreira, I thought he was just a nice guy. I made this whole video about him. I thought he was just Mr. Fantastic. No, dude. He was on demon time. He's talking about, you have had a lot of problems this year, but I'm going to be the worst problem this year. He said that to a man whose infant child died this year. Demon time, okay? Here's another man. Here's another man who needs to walk through a meadow and just take a breath, okay? It's not that serious. It is never that serious. You need to look at a snow-capped peak, buddy. Using the death of a man's infant son as pre-fight hype, bro, you need to look at a peak. You need to say the Our Father prayer. You need to, boy, our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Goodness gracious, okay? So if Francis Ngannou comes out here and he's fighting for his son, and this guy is talking about, I'm gonna be a bigger problem than you, and he's 0-2 right now since he left the UFC, he has so much to lose. And if he loses this, man, it's gonna be the worst thing ever. It's gonna be bad for the PFL. Honestly, who cares about PFL? We care about Francis Ngannou. And so it would just be a nightmare to see the 3 kings fall like that. Anyways, that's the video. Thanks for being patient. I know I was gone too long. True or false, right or wrong. Like and subscribe if you like and want to subscribe. I'll see y'all later. This is Flying Squirrel.